Hey everybody, Aural Retentive here, doing a response video to Helmut Diggy's contest with no name. Yeah, sorry, took a while to get the info together, and I was looking for a couple things as visuals, but one of them I can't find, and I basically tore my entire music room apart looking for it, and I can't find it, so I'll just have to talk about it. But anyway. I don't remember the order of the questions. I just kind of jotted them down from a couple other ones that I watched. So the first question I think was a masterpiece. And I haven't actually seen anyone talk about this band or this guy, actually. Yet in the VC, probably because he's kind of, well, not mainstream, but well known anyway. How's that? So for my masterpiece, I'm choosing 9 Inch Nails' The Downward Spiral. Sorry. 9 Inch Nails' The Downward Spiral. This is the Back to Black version. I only had Pretty Hate Machine on vinyl, and it was a reissue. And this one came to me by Dalton when he passed. And I don't know if it's, I gotta think that he opened this, but it's pretty, I don't know if it's still technically sealed or not. So I'm not going to open it right now. I mean, this is, this is not rare by any means, but this album is fantastic. What can be said about this? I mean, I think in terms of my opinion, a masterpiece is not one that necessarily every song, taken on its own, is top notch. But the album as a whole, and I think this, there's, this album's ups and downs and fast and slow, and I think he just nailed it on this particular outing. So that is my masterpiece, 9 Inch Nails, The Downward Spiral. For bands that we'd like to see get back together again, as with most bands that I come to late, I get into a band like 10 years after they, became popular, but by the time I really came around and started listening to Oasis, they had already broken up, basically. So the two brothers, not getting along, and they broke up. So yeah, I wish the guys from Oasis would get back together. I know that they're both doing solo stuff, and maybe one day they will. Who knows? Band that you wish had a different singer. That's an easy one. I have tried so many times because everyone I know loves Roxy music, but I cannot get past Bryan Ferry's voice. The music is great, but Bryan Ferry's voice just sounds like, like Jello Biafra's lost brother. I like Jello Biafra, but he's, he meshes with the music really well. But I don't know. For me, there's a couple Roxy Music songs that I can listen to, but most of the time I'm just like, eeh. So that one's out. The tour that I wish I would have seen, Stevie Ray Vaughan, 1990. He came to Alpine Valley, and I didn't go. I probably could have made it to that show, but I didn't go. And of course, we all know what happened afterwards. What I was looking for is I have, now it's everywhere. You can get it. I don't know if it might even be on CD, but the audio from that show, there's like 4 or 5 different ones on YouTube right now, but at the time, I had Aural Retentive bootleg tape. This is not that one, but I had the tape, and I think during a brief mental breakdown, I digitized a lot of my bootlegs and then gave the tapes away, looking for some karma points, and I think that one I gave away. Because I started digitizing the ones that the entire tape was one show, because it'd be easier to do the naming and stuff, so I think that one's gone. So I have it on digital, but, not the same. Then Holy Grails. I have mentioned these before, and I have 4 of them basically. I mean, I'm sure I could come up with a 5th one, but these 4 are the ones that I look for, but they're never going to be there. The first one is the first Naked City album, John Zorn's one of his incarnations. This album is ridiculously mishmash of styles and speeds, and there is a vocalist, Yamatsuka I believe is his name, and he basically just screams. And on paper it sounds horrifying, but it's really, really good. So I'm always looking for that one. I saw it on eBay for like $100+, and wasn't going to do that. I have talked about Enjoy Jimi Hendrix a few times. Just a Hendrix bootleg, I think from 1970, like the Forum, 1970. And then 2 kind of odd ones. One is probably, it just occurred to me as I was trying to think of this list. I was like, oh man, I bet I could probably find this one out there for a steal, but I've never run across it in the wild. I could probably order it on eBay. It's a soundtrack, the soundtrack from the movie Sorcerer by Tangerine Dream. I went to see this movie and I just was blown away by the music. And I bought the album afterwards and just played to death. I never really, it wasn't electronic music for me then. It was just kind of like mood music, and I really dug it. And I should get another copy. So I included that in my Grail list. Another soundtrack, the Harold and Maude soundtrack, which apparently is mighty rare. I saw Harold and Maude when I was in college. And it was really my first big exposure to Cat Stevens. And it's fantastic. So I'll be looking for that one. Okay, and my spontaneous number 5 Holy Grail would be a vinyl version of Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. I have 2 copies of Gish, 2 copies of Siamese Dream, and 2 copies of Monuments to an Elegy, because Dalton and I had them both. But I don't have Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. And when I went to find it on vinyl, I found out that it's really expensive. I'm not really sure. I mean, it's a great album and such, but I mean, like, I've not seen it for anything less than $75 for a double album. I'm like, what? But I'll always look for that one, just on the rare chance that I find it and it's, marked something crazy. So those are those. I'm sporting my Death to the Pixies t-shirt today. And unfortunately, this one I got from the mall. I'm a 2XL, and this is supposed to be a 2XL, but I'm pretty much choking in it. So, and my shoe size is 11.5. So there you go. Not sure what you're gonna do with those. Starting a weird database on us. Is that it? No. So that's my list. I'm gonna go back and search for my tape. If it's around here, I'll find it. If not, it's gone. So sad. Alright. Peace, everybody. Bye.